This is Charlie Mike, the podcast. Veterans helping veterans, talking about things happening in the veteran community, things we've experienced and overcome, such as addictions, PTSD, depression, legal trouble, and we also promote veteran-owned businesses. If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. This is Charlie Mike, the podcast.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Charlie Mike, the podcast. As always, I'm your host, Raul. Man, hey, I've been hope everyone's Christmas went well. You know, I'm excited to bring in new guests and continue to share the mission of Charlie Mike, continue the mission. Man, today I have a very special guest that, okay, so the way we met was kind of weird. I heard him, he cracked a joke at a family event. I was like, hold up. That sounds like my people over there. so we talked and man, we got to talking a little bit. Yeah. Man, introduce yourself.
Hey, hi everyone. Just like Charlie Mike said, hey, I hope everyone's Christmas is going great. Hope the family's doing well. It's been an awesome trip here, meeting the in-laws. Ran into this guy right here who's awesome already. I'm sure y'all already know, but it's just it's my first podcast, so just work with me. You know what I mean? Ever?
Oh, dang!
Never done one, bro. Never done one. If I had $1 for every time someone told me to get on and tell your story, right? Yeah. And I believe this is subliminal through him. You know what I'm saying? I believe he put you in my path, man.
I believe it too.
Because I'm telling you, if I had $1 for every time,
you
know what I'm saying? So here I am. Here I am.
So let's start off a little bit, man. Where are you from?
So I'm born in DC in 81. Single mom, single parent, whatever. She met my stepdad at the Pentagon one day, man, and they hit it off, got married. He PCS, military people, changed the station to Fort McClellan, Alabama.
Wait, your mom was military too?
She was government.
Okay.
She worked government on the civilian side of the Pentagon. He was in uniform.
Okay.
Right. So they linked up, whatever, got married. PCS, he PCS, she followed along to Fort McClellan, Alabama. They both retired at Fort McClellan. I can't remember what year, but I was about 8.
Yeah.
So up until 8, I was in DC, and then at DC to Alabama.
You remember DC?
Do I remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah. Big family out there, man.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's on my list, man. DC is definitely on my list. I ain't quite made it out that way.
Yeah.
But I want to go.
It's nice. It's nice. It's fast. You know what I'm saying? The people is a little different. You know what I mean? You hold the door for somebody that kind of give you the.
That's a southern thing,
from
man.
here, bro.
You already know that's a southern thing.
Free TV don't have that.
Yeah.
Take me home, bro.
Yeah. So Alabama, you living in Alabama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whole life. And then graduated high school there in 99. Lost my mom, man, when I was about 99, 2001. I was about 20. But I was her hospice, man, in high school, my senior year. I didn't tell anybody, bro, that she was dying of cancer. You know what I'm saying? So I was her hospice for like a year. Because of the medical treatment that was retired, it wasn't covering everything. You know what I'm saying? So he had to go back over the road as a truck driver to pick up the extra insurance.
Okay.
And I was the only kid that could stay back. You know what I'm saying? So that's mom. You know what I'm saying? That was my best friend. So of course. That means say less. Of course I do it. So I turned into like a little mini nurse at the age of like 18, 17, man. Just full-time hospice, bro, for my mom.
You got brothers and sisters?
Yes. I got a younger sister, an older sister. She passed. An older brother passed. An older brother that's still in VA. And then I got some branch offs up in Virginia. That was a little, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Several hats. You know?
They did it different back then, boy. I'm in the same situation. I'll tell you a funny story, man. I was in Iraq, one of my tours, man. And I had this girl reach out to me on I think it was MySpace back then, on Facebook. I don't remember, but she said, "Hey, I've been looking for this guy named Carlos. That's my brother's name.
Yeah.
And he's got a brother named Raul. Are you him?" And I was like, "Well, I do got a brother named Carlos." So I got contact with my brother, and I told my brother, I said, "Hey, man, I think you owe some child support, dude. She's looking for you." So I told him, and then come down many years after that, turns out that she's my half sister. yeah. So like, my dad was the same way. Yeah.
They were cut different back then, bro.
Yep, man.
Yeah.
So Alabama, you were taking care of your mother until she passed.
Right.
Yeah, man. So that damn, I couldn't imagine that, as far as witnessing that from healthy to especially cancer, man.
Yeah.
That shit's another thing. What made you want to join the military? How did all that begin?
So
was that always an option?
It was always, growing up in the military home, it's one of those, either you're just just straight against it or for it. And I was always for
what's
it.
your stepdad?
11 Bravo.
Oh, he was Army.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two Vietnam tours. He was a hard ass, bro.
Oh, damn. He's a gangster.
Yeah. He did 24. His brother did 26, I think. Retired sergeant major. He never really pushed it on me. I just remember as a kid, like he was a senior drill instructor at Fort McClellan, straight out. So I remember as a kid being outside and he'll run the platoon by calling cadence. You know what I'm saying? That shit used to just fire the hell out of me.
I believe it,
man. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So even as a kid, I was seeing cadence and stuff like that. But like when mom passed, like the hard part of him that made me a man, it kind of folded me after she passed, because there was no love. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like an hour and a half late, and the only thing that I got from him was, if you were here on time, you'd have seen her pass. That was it. I left when I was like, I called Pop, and he was like, after she passed, I wanted to go to the movies with my girlfriend, and he was in Birmingham. He was like, no. I'm like, no. And he was like, yeah, no, man. And I said, huh? And I never really talked back to my parents. And he said, you heard what I said? No. You know what I'm saying? So I said, but Dad, I'm going anyway. He said, well, if you leave, don't come back. And I never came back.
No shit.
One of his things was, there's only one room in one house for one man. And see, I didn't understand what he was doing, So I left. I had like $60 to my name. Left, never looked back. And never had any support either, man. Like with my mom. So fast forward, my buddies and stuff, they were messing around with drugs and alcohol, what have you. And I'm dealing with this stuff on the inside, but with a smile on my face as always. And man, one day it was. Can I say what it was?
Yeah, you say what you want.
X, man. It was X.
Yeah.
And man, bro, because I was down and out. They could tell it was, and see, all it does is kind of release the endorphins, make you feel good.
Yeah.
No. Well, one day I did. And bro, it was just a weight off of me. It just unlocked those doors, and it let me talk, and it let me cry, and it let me laugh. It was just everything all in one. And I remember telling people that I really didn't consider it a drug. You know what I'm saying? Because I labeled drugs as going out stealing, robbing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I take it and just talk to people, man. Just talk to people. Just get it off. And it was, I'm not gonna lie, man, it was the biggest stress relief at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course that rolled into the alcohol, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And they say the marijuana is a gateway. We were like, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it really is.
It would the big difference between the X and the alcohol. They have different effects on the mind, of course. One, they use one for counseling, ecstasy and shrooms.
Right.
And there's a couple of veteran organizations now, man, that are using shrooms for therapeutic purposes, where they take you, because it's not legal here in the United States to take it for that reason, but they take you overseas into like you get a Sherpa and a Sherman, and they give you that I don't want to say I'm naming it right, shroom type cocktail, and you experience the whole outer body experience. And bro, I've known veterans that have sworn by it.
Really?
That have sworn by it, say that and then people are like, well, it's a gateway. It's not they said, man, we go experience that, come back, and that's not something you ever want to do again. Because it brought you to this, to the clear mind, thought, everything that you oh, look it up, man. We'll get more off this. Yeah, man. But it's crazy. Yeah. So you X, alcohol, weed, and this was all in your early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
early
man.
20s.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's kind of what delayed me joining the military.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was torn. I had my son, which you saw.
Yeah. Boy, that's a big boy.
That's a big old boy. Yeah, it's a big old boy. So me and his mom were back and forth. You know what I mean? And so when we were off, that's when I wanted to join.
Yeah.
She never wanted to leave.
Yeah.
So once we got back together, I pulled it back. So it was like a yin yang, back and forth, and she wasn't pregnant with him at the time. She had her first, which I took him in as mine. You know what I'm saying? Still my baby.
Yeah.
And so we had him for like 4 years prior to even having my son. So that was the back and forth thing that we had. Finally, it was a hard break that we had, and I made my mind up. I said, bro, I got to do something. You know what I'm saying? And I believe she was pregnant at the time. Matter of fact, I know she was. And so I had my son January 27, 2006. And after I had him, I had to do something, man. You know what I'm saying? I was still using, but I had to do something, so joined the military.
Your military career, you went into the military and you did the damn thing.
Yeah.
So where you stationed, just stayed in the States, or?
No, Germany, first duty, Fort Benning, Fort Stewart.
Yeah. Fort Stewart when?
Oh, Fort Stewart. Hold on. Stewart. That would have been 10 through 14.
Oh, okay,
maybe,
yeah. So you dog-faced soldiers?
Dog-faced, baby.
Man, I went to Iraq. That was my first duty station.
Oh, really?
I went to Iraq with them the first couple of times. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. So
3 I did. Yeah, I did. So you remember building 1, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you walked the big. So I was the exec admin for the post commander and the post sergeant major.
Okay.
Yeah, interviewed for like a bunch of cats interviewed, man, and I got picked, you know what I'm saying? And I was like real close to becoming the voice of the Marne.
Yeah,
I know you heard it. The damn voice.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, so I was in command, man. A lot of the time that I deployed with those guys. And then that's where I met my wife.
Yeah. Where at?
Afghanistan.
No shit.
Yeah, so I was at NCOIC. I'm 85 down there, so I was at NCOIC at the CAT card office, and she came in, sitting in the lobby, whatever, get their ID card, and normally I didn't, because I'm in NCOIC. I normally I don't go out and grab people, but we happened to be busy that day, so I was helping the soldiers out. Went and grabbed a clipboard, and I did a quick scan, and I seen her down on the end on the left, resting bitch face from hell. I'm like, I like it, you know. So I skipped everybody and called her up to, and man, we talked, and if you know Jess, she's not real.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I tried to give her an Oreo. She pushed it back. I'm like, damn, she wouldn't even take the damn Oreo. You know what I mean? But I did write my number down on at the little, when you get a debit card, the little sleeve you put in. I wrote my number down on there, and then she ended up calling later. We had a couple times, and then hit it off from there. Bro.
Man, that's crazy. You ever thought you'd meet somebody in Afghanistan?
No.
That sounds funny. Just say it out loud.
You know what they say? If you what you meet in the sandbox, you got to leave it in the sandbox, bro. Like you.
Hey, bro. Yeah. No comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, man. Oh, that's crazy though,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Afghanistan, you came back and y'all just continued to talk.
Yeah.
And
Never broke. Never just never lost communication. There was some hiccups, bad mistakes that I made.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They say you really don't know the you got to go through the bad relationships in order to get to the right one. You know what I'm saying? I wish they had told me that.
Yeah.
You know? So I made a mistake and got into a really, really, really bad relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, if you and I were talking, man, the woman we choose, determines our tomorrow.
Yeah.
Man. And I will always stand on that, and I will never sway from that, man. Man, that girl, she's been my rock, bro. I mean, when I don't want to be here no more. You know what I'm saying? She jumped on the plane from Cali. She said, "Just hold on, baby, hold on." And she jumped on the plane, man, that day and flew from Cali all the way to 3ID. You know what I'm saying? And just took me to a hotel room in Atlanta and just talked all weekend. And bro, just like a man being able to be vulnerable and open to his woman is critical.
Yeah.
It's critical, man. A lot of us have been lied to and told that a man that cries is a weak man. It's not true. The one that can't voice is the weak man.
Yeah.
The one that can't cry is the weak man. Real men cry, and the vulnerability part of crying, man. Imagine being that vulnerable to someone that doesn't reciprocate it, that tells you you're weak. Quit crying. You know what I mean? Or and it forces you to rebottle all that stuff in. And when the person I'm talking about is a person you chose, because I believe the home and the woman is our sanction.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's always been one of my favorites, man. You know what I mean? She's always been that quiet person, that real chill, but she's good people. I've been in love with her whole family for since I was a kid. You know what I mean? And all amazing people. That's crazy though. It's just the way things come to life and work. Yeah, ain't too many love stories that start off with "I met her in Afghanistan."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Didn't we tell you to leave that shit in the sandbox?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's crazy though, man. That's amazing. So when did you get out?
2016.
Why did you get out?
So it was a MEB.
Yeah.
There was some stuff mixed into it.
Did you see the change?
The change.
The military change.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. I made it to staff sergeant, and I didn't really like the political part of it.
Yeah, it was changing.
5 was okay. 6, you're in the command of staff with lieutenant colonels and full birds and stuff like that, which the rank never scared me. It's the people that hold it. You know what I'm saying? It's so no, I did not like the change at all. Nah, man, I just didn't.
You get a little man in a big position, and he forgets. Bro.
Yeah.
He let this. Yeah.
He let this supersede this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I mean I can't. I said a couple times, man. Like, don't let this rank fool you, bro. I'm a man first. I'll smack the shit out of you. We'll both go to jail. Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So in 16, you got out, and did you notice a culture change as well? Because I know I got out in 15. Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
Out of Fort Hood.
Oh,
I retired out of Fort Hood. And it was a change, man. It was a change. A lot of my feelings hurt, all this other bullshit.
yeah.
And it wasn't like that when, in '05 or when we first were going into the military.
Right.
Yeah. Did you see a lot of that?
A lot of change in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big change, man. Uh, I'm sure you held the NCO rank,
Mm-hmm.
right?
A couple times.
Yeah. It's a different podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Germany was a motherfucker. Yeah, man, I did. It was like, me and a couple of NCOs used to talk, and it almost felt like we were powerless, man.
Mm-hmm.
We were powerless to the private.
Yeah, bro.
The private, in all actuality, the private had more pull than we did, man.
You did.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
quick to run, jump on
That's
the
it.
chain, call
Skip the
everybody-
chain.
Yeah, call everybody and their mama.
Yeah, skip the chain, bro.
Yeah. Was it not patient advocate? What was it? That advocacy?
Uh, 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 I know ASAP.
I can't think of it right now. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah. Yeah. So man, it was a lot. It was a lot different, man. I know when when I was getting close to getting out and they were like, well, we can do this. And, you couldn't smoke soldiers no more. You couldn't do that little thing. Cause I was in, where was I at? I was in El Paso when they started my board. And then they were like, I just noticed so much changing. I was like, nah, I can man up. We're good. We got it.
Yeah.
So I got stationed at Fort Hood and then I did about a year and some change there. And I was just like, man, this ain't changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, let me go ahead and start this mentor process.
Yeah.
I said, I need to do what was best for me. Not knowing though, man, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to get out.
To get out?
Yeah. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
what I just saw getting out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I wasn't prepared. Didn't have anything figured out. I didn't know what I was gonna do after that. I didn't know that the effect it was gonna have on me mentally, as well as, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't prepared at all. And all those classes they make you take, all that, what is it, ACAP or what is it? Yeah. I didn't pay attention to that.
Nope.
I just wanted to get out, man.
Yeah.
Hey, sign this thing. Put the stamp there. Let me go. I didn't pay no attention. And I wish I did, but I didn't. So you getting out, coming home in 16?
Yeah.
What was life like?
Rough.
Did you know what you wanted to do?
No.
So same.
Rough.
Yeah.
Rough. It was rough. It was hard, man. It really was. Because I didn't, I you know how sometimes you can find out too much at one time?
Oh, yeah.
Something can happen, and it just all falls on you at one time. That's what happened when I got out, man.
Mhm.
It was, I found out some stuff that took place in my home growing up that impacted me tremendously, man. And then the military getting out, choosing the wrong individual. Then you put substance abuse on top of that, man. It's a ticking time bomb. And but no, I wasn't ready, man. My drive was there. I was always the military drive was always there. I did the, I don't know if you had it, but before you could get your CDLs while you were still in uniform.
Mhm.
They just take a little bit of your GI. So I did that. I did the truth to transportation. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah.
So when I got out, I did that.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I did that, and I did okay with it. But my mind wasn't right. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I didn't know like you said, I didn't pay attention to those briefings, man,
Right.
about like ACAB and stuff like that, and mental health services that are provided. Man, come on, man, just let me get out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me roll.
I didn't think it was necessary. You know what I mean? I didn't think. I thought, hey, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then getting out of the military and then going back home and just be like, man, I'm the sane one.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers are crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good. That was what I always thought. Yeah.
And that's that's funny how you bring that up. When I was in Stewart, when I got to Benning, that's when it got rough. You know what I'm saying? It's like I went to mental health at Benning, man, probably 3-4 times. With the Eisenhower inpatient, man, no joke. And at Benning, at Benning, you're in a psych ward, like you're in there with skids, you're in there with sociopaths, split personalities, you're in there with everybody, bro.
Yeah.
So it was a blessing, but it wasn't at the same time because I wasn't that fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, y'all are fucked up.
You crazy.
Yeah. So when I walk, at the end of my 30, 45, I go downstairs, I'm looking up like, yo, them motherfuckers up there, fucked up, right? So it really didn't do me a good service, right? Because I'm in there on a level of treatment that I'm not skids.
Right.
I'm not one of them. I don't. We found motherfuckers up in the ceilings. We found dudes that, man, it was one soldier came in and it was a great experience, man, because I really slept on mental health up until then. Growing up with my dad, man, I didn't mental health wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shut that shit up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't. So being on the floor, man, on the ward with these dudes that come in that are just done. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm sleeping beside this guy every night. And once, after a few times of me going, man, it was really eye-opening, man, with the whole mental health thing and how critical and how real that shit is. It is fucking real, bro.
Yeah.
And many people ask, I say there's nothing wrong with falling 5 times as long as you get up 6. And so I kept going. And the problem was my home was a lot of the reason why. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say about a man in his home and the woman he chooses. I was getting all this great therapy. I was getting all this great treatment. I was getting all this sobriety, but I was going home to the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I pick up again, go back. So it became a cycle, So, but yeah, man, mental health is real, bro.
It is.
It's real.
Man, one of my favorite things is always to say, man, is it's okay not to be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And mental health, I feel like in the last few years has come out and it's talked about more, which is good, which is a great thing actually, because more light has come to it.
It is.
More, the same thing with addiction. I feel like addiction has come to light where, people see it. And when people thought of an addict, they would always think of the worst type of addict, not the addicts that are, of course there's all kinds of addicts, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, what was in your road to recovery? Did you have an oh shit moment?
Yep. February 8th, 2022. Yep. February 8th, 2022.
It's up to you. You don't have to share.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm just trying to figure out where to pin this, man.
Yeah.
there's an old friend of mine, man. He worked at Building 1 with me in 3ID. And I called him the week before. And he didn't answer, but he kept calling back. He knew something was up.
Yeah.
Kept calling. I wouldn't answer the phone. Following weekend, you know what I'm saying? You know how the weekends go. You know, on February 8th, I called him. And, you know, man, I'm ranting on now. I'm just tired, brother. I'm tired, man. Tired of hurting people. Tired of hurting myself. Just tired of it. I've become an evil person, man. I'm becoming mean, man. You know, and his reply was this: Staff Sergeant Leggett, Danny Leggett's his name, and he said he needed help. He needed help, and I said, okay. He kept it short. I kept it short. Okay. He said, let's get you some help. So we get on the phone with the VA, and you already know, right? And I'm like, I need to go be somewhere, whatever, right? VA, yeah, we got to get better with the VA, bro, because there's a lot of veterans that are here that had that moment and they couldn't reach anybody. They couldn't get to a room. They couldn't get anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And so I go to the local hospital in Huntsville, bro. I'm sitting in the hospital. I'm like, because I got to stay sober until I get into this facility. I can't go back. I can't. Go to this hospital. I'm sitting in there for like 13, 14 hours. I finally get up and I'm like, hey, when are y'all going to have a bed for me? Anything, whatever. This VA called and they're like, who are you? I wasn't even on the roster, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wasn't even on the roster. I fucking lose it. I leave. You know, I call my wife, girlfriend at the time. You know, at this point, she's scared of me. You feel me? Rightfully so. You know, unpredictable, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't have anywhere to go, bro. But I knew I couldn't get high again. I know I couldn't drink. That's all I knew. Just all I knew. I just couldn't get high, couldn't drink. Fought. And I finally got the VA to get me in, man. And so at this time, me and the wife, we weren't talking, you know, and I'm on the phone with the VA lady and she's like, do you have anybody that can take me? And I'm like, I'm just going to do this myself. She said, you don't have a girlfriend? I said, yeah, but she probably won't take me. And at this time, I think I had asked her, Jazz, if I could come by and just say something. And she said, okay, come by. So on the way there is when I was on the phone with the VA lady, and I think Jess overheard me say, you know, she won't take me. And Jess looked up and said, yes, I will. I sure will. She took off running, man, and went and got her keys. And she drove me up. It was cold, man. It was cold when I got there. And the door was locked, of course, to the treatment facility. And she stood out there with me, you know what I'm saying, about an hour, bro. Until they finally came, I locked the door and gave each other a kiss, and I went on. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know what was going to come of that. I didn't know what was going to be the end all outcome, you know. But I couldn't worry about that. I had to worry about me. That's what my buddy Danny Leggett said on the phone. He said, "Man, listen," because I started to talk about Jess, you know, and he said, "Once you fix you, bro, everything else will fall into place." And once again, I said, okay. So I did 45 days and I got up to like 1.5 miles. Blood work really wasn't all that great, you know what I'm saying? Enzymes were a little high in the liver, you know what I'm saying? But I went on a straight fruit and vegetable diet, water, that's it, no meat, no nothing. Got my results back. I did it again. The lady was like, what did you do? Like, you're like below normal. What? And I told her what I did.
Yeah.
And, but I came out and I ain't look back, bro. And like what happened to you, when I got out, I had failed out of school twice.
Me too.
What?
Yeah.
Get out.
I'm in school right now.
Get out. Man, we got the same damn story. So I'm like trying to be an addict, but productive at the same time. That
Me
shit doesn't
too.
work. That
Yeah,
shit doesn't work.
no.
I tried it this way, I tried it
Yeah.
that way, I tried it this way, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I called Nyoka Hambrick, man. This is my military advisor at the college, and I'm like, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know, she's about the sweetest damn lady, bro.
Yeah.
Roll me back in, and we get back in. I get back in school. It's crazy, man. And they started a new program at this college, and it was like for Boeing and this, that, and the third, what have you, internship, right? And I'm like, she said, you want to go to it? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. You know, so I go to the interview, bro. Go in, these huge Fortune 500 companies are there. I do the interview. I walk out, and this is a few months after I got sober, right?
Mm-hmm.
I walk out, and I see one of the HR ladies in the parking lot, and I said, how do I do? She said, are you serious? What, you know, after so much stuff is bad happening to you, like when something good is happening, you're like, man, this can't be real.
Right.
She said, they're in there fighting over you right now. And I'm like, get out of here, bro. Within 2 weeks, I got a Boeing called, and they said, not only, I know you interviewed for an internship, right? Part-time, $16 an hour, right? But I want to offer you a full-time job. Not only do I want to offer you a full-time job, I want to offer you a job as a manager, 6 figures, bro. So when I say, like, God put it on me quick, right? I can't believe this. She says, check your email and tell me if those numbers look right. I look at the numbers and I'm like, huh? you know, it's like playing poker, right? You can't be too anxious. You know, I'm like, you know, let me see.
Let me sleep on it.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened, bro. And then I graduated while I was at Boeing. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade, and so but the walk at Boeing was insane, right? Getting there was a little lady named Miss Connie. We all know that lady at work at 6 a.m. Hey, Raul.
Happy as hell.
Hey.
yeah.
All day long, right? So I catch this little lady coming down the stairs one day, and she stopped me. She said, I know you're here to, you know, you're the new manager or what have you. I just want to let you know that that's not why you're here. I'm like, She said, you're here to tell your story. You're here to help a few people. I said, really? She said, the Lord told me to tell you that. Man, and the amount of people that I helped at that place.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite one is a 27-year. I told a story to a good friend of mine, project manager way up there, been with Boeing forever. Just told my story one day. 6 months later, we're in a conversation, and he says, because of something you said, first time he said it, I didn't catch it. Second time he said, I said, huh? He said, you remember you told me that story about you and your sobriety and your addiction? I said, yes, sir. He said, I was on the way out of a 27-year marriage. My wife had put me out. I was sleeping in a camper when you told me that story, man. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't a regular employee. This guy's up there, you know?
Yeah.
And he said, that's how bad my addiction was. And he said, your story inspired me. And I'm going to show you how much. And he pulls out his phone, bro. And he opens up an app and does like this, right? And the app is a running clock. And I'm like, what is that? He said, that's how many days I've been sober because of you.
Damn.
And he just celebrated a year. You know what I'm saying? Just celebrated a year not too long ago. Wife took him back in. He's no longer in the camper. And walking in the morning, I'll see him in the tier meetings, briefing executives and stuff. And I say, what's up, Tim? Is that thing still rolling, man? He'll hold it up.
That's what's up, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that man helped quite a few people. And I didn't really help him. I just told him my story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I just told him my story.
You know what he saw? Hope.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He saw a possibility.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe it.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
It's about somebody needing to hear a message and then having somebody like me and you sitting on that side, like, oh man, nah, it's not possible. It's not possible. And then seeing somebody like us, like, oh shit, maybe it is possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To have
Right.
that little bit of belief
Mm-hmm.
is what's needed.
Yeah.
I'm 5.5 years fucking sober and clean, bro. That's something I never in my life thought I would say.
6 years ago, somebody would have told you that, you would have fucking laughed at them.
In their face,
Right.
bro. Yeah.
And then,
hey, yeah, as I was drinking. Yeah. It just didn't, man. Until then, I just didn't. Life has been freaking incredible, man.
Yeah.
I've been blessed with so many opportunities and so many things. I've been blessed with so many amazing people in my life. I've changed relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've rebuilt bridges that I burnt. Well, I burnt them because of my addiction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't their fault. It was me thinking that I was right or done right or did right. And you know, it's just I got to make a lot of changes, man. I got to fix a lot of things. I got to be a father. You know, I was always a father, but I wasn't a father.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just you know, it's just I'm fucking happy.
That's what's up, bro.
That's what it's about. I'm fucking happy, man.
That's it.
And
outside of the bottle.
Yeah, man.
Outside of the addiction. Outside of, and there is hope. There is hope. You give me hope, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking to you and your story gave me hope. Gives me hope. And I tell you something, man. My sponsor he was an asshole, bro. I got sober one time, right before I made it 3. I woke up, I quit eating meat, shut everything off. I wrote and wrote and wrote for like a week. Didn't leave the house, bro. Got sober. Was going strong 6 months. Relapsed. Went to my sponsor. He said, what happened? I told him, I said, man, I was sober. I was doing this, changed my habit, changed my eating. You know what I'm saying? I was pescatarian, da-da-da-da-da. He said, that's why you relapsed. I said, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Ain't that the fucking point? What are you, huh? He said, you think your sobriety is for you? It's not for you, man. Mm-mm. God pulled you out of the fire and you just walked away. You didn't look back.
He said, oh, I'm good.
You didn't reach back.
Yeah.
There was a brother back there burning, man. But you took the gift that he gave you and you held it selfishly to yourself. So he had to let you go back out there and figure it out again.
Man. That's it, bro.
Huh?
Yeah.
He said, you didn't tell your story, man. How many times you tell your story? I said, none. Selfish, huh? And I'm like, this dude is beating me the fuck up. I'm already feeling bad. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, damn. But the dude was right.
Yeah.
And minding your walk and what he took us through and brought us out of, he knew we were going to come out. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason he brought us through is so we could reach back. You know, a hand sticking out of the fire.
I say that when people tell me, like, what is something that defines you? What is something that you think of when you think of your life? I think of, you know, there's a guy, he's climbing a rock, he's climbing a mountain, and he's at the top. And what does he do? He doesn't celebrate. He turns back to extend his hand to help the next person up.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and it's an old saying, man. Like it's fun. It's that. Well, this saying is used in different terms, but it ain't no fun if the homies can't get some. But that's a different, you know what I'm talking about. But I like, yeah. But that's one thing I like to say, man. It's
if you're out there and I skipped your rotation, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
But it's true. And guess what, bro? Isn't it crazy that the only person that can reach a fucking addict is a fucking addict?
100%. 100%. The only person that can spot an addict is another fucking addict. It's like veterans spotting veterans.
That's right. I'm no longer an addict in my body, but I would always be an addict. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My mind I would always have an addict mind. You know what I'm talking about? And that's why we will always understand the current addict.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you can reach an addict in about 45 seconds.
Yeah.
You put that same dude with millions and millions of dollars of therapy.
Yeah.
Right? 300 people don't talk to him, but me and you can touch him in 45 seconds.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
That's like going to counseling and listening to somebody that has all the degrees in the world, but you ain't never experienced it.
Yeah.
If you ain't experienced it, I ain't hearing shit.
That's right. I made a Facebook post one time and it said it'd be a cold day in hell when I take marriage advice from someone that's never went through it.
Oh
man. You got to tell me something. You got to tell me how you lost it and got it all back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's true. Damn, it's true.
You know? Yeah.
You know, and you go to meetings? You still go to meetings?
That's crazy. I've been to one.
Yeah.
One.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a 4-10 shift, and the Fridays I was just kind of sitting around at the house. I told the wife, I said, I got to do something. I'm gonna go to a meeting. I went. It was okay. But no, and I hate to say that to the guy that's listening.
Yeah.
Don't stop, man. Don't stop going to a meeting. I just haven't been.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And I felt like my meetings were at work.
Yeah, you could do that.
You know what I'm saying? My mission and my purpose has been at Longhorn.
Yeah.
It's been at Walmart. And it's been in passing at a barbershop. You know what I'm saying? So no, to answer your question, no, I have not been to an actual AA meeting. I've been to one.
Mm-hmm.
And,
you know, I go occasionally to just stick my head in. And this may sound fucked up, but just to find that humbleness again, that thankfulness, that like, oh shit, that was me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. and it's like that. I do it occasionally when I need to. I need to actually step in more. But can I ask, I'm gonna ask you a question, man. Do you believe that relapse is part of recovery?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I believe yes, I do. And the reason I say that through my walk, right? The reason I relapsed was because he allowed me to relapse. See, I was trying to do it Jonathan's way. See, he already gave me the gift. Yeah. So let me let you figure it out if you always done. Since you got this, I'm gonna let you figure it out. Yeah. And so I think that the relapse was allowed to happen to me in order to bring me back better.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer in growth comes in the form of loss, right? So I needed to lose my sobriety one more time in order to gain it back.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's man. Shit. Bro, you're just hearing your story is fucking incredible. It's insane to hear it, to just know everything that you've gone through. Well, now that you've reached, 3 years and you keep pushing, have you noticed the change in relationships? Have you noticed the change in you, your feeling, your outlook on life?
Man, 100%.
Mhm.
100%, man. One thing I had to learn was um, there's getting sober, and there's one part we always forget, and that's learning to live sober,
Mhm.
because everything evolved around the addiction: shooting pool,
Yeah.
eating food, having sex, right? Being in a relationship, saying I love you, right? All that evolved around the addiction. So I had to relearn all that, man. I had to relearn all that shit. I had to learn as like a damn child. I had to learn how to love again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, um, bro, it was fucking boring, right? The excitement from the adrenaline rush from going and getting the product to getting the liquor, right? That was a rush, man.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
high. Dude, I would get drunk before I even got to the liquor store in my mind. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah.
Before I could get to the plug, I was already high
Yeah.
through my mind. So chasing that rabbit, I had to learn how to live life without the rabbit there. And um it's taken me every morning, man, to listen to motivational therapy every morning. I do it every morning. And it's and it just learning to live sober. And I think that's the hardest part. Putting it down is pretty easy, but learning to fucking live sober, like,
People, places, things.
yeah, man, it because that shit consumes your whole world,
Yeah, it
bro.
does.
It does. Everything evolves around it. And can I hit you with another story?
Go for it.
All right, cool. So and I'm sure some people are gonna know who this is. Um, my my son's mom was a huge advocate in my sobriety. She helped a lot of people. Her name is Candace Rivers. She's very TikTok famous and known all over the world for touching people. And
It was a sobriety message.
all kinds, bro. I
Yeah.
had to send you some of her stuff.
Okay.
I think she had almost 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
She was loaded,
Oh.
man. And so I call her and I tell her, because I didn't tell anybody I was going to rehab. I called 2 people, her and a good friend of mine, David. So I call her and I tell her, you know, what I'm about to do. She says, John, I know you're going for 45 days. And they have all programs that, I could have went up to Tennessee to a horse ranch for a whole year. The VA is awesome. You know what I'm saying? That is in place for us. It really is. But you also, I want you to go in this thinking that it's taking you this long. You've done this for this long. What makes you think it doesn't take you that long to get sober? You know what I'm saying? So don't ever forget that. And I said, okay. And I went and I walked out. I haven't picked up and I haven't used since. But and I never really knew why I was sober. I don't know what February 8th was, man. I didn't know. I kind of hinted around, kind of hem-hawed around over the years. And man, about 6, maybe 7 months ago, my son's mom calls and she says, I'm sick. Like, you sick? You say, yeah. She said, they just did blood work on me. And she said, I thought it was kidney stones. I kind of waited around and whatever. The doc says that my cancer is just through the roof. So I'm going to get a second opinion of it. I said, okay, don't worry about it. She broke down. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Saw her through. Got a second opinion, man. And within a few weeks, my son called and said, hey, I'm taking mom to UAB. Her stomach was starting to swell or what have you. Bro, I think she was gone within 45 days. But rewind.
Of finding out.
Finding out, bro.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Personal trainer, 20 years, had her own gym, known for personal fitness training or what have you. That's all she does. That's all she ever did. And I remember when she told me the second time that she was sick. And pretty much her days were numbered. Her and I damn near both said at the same time, that's why he got you sober. I said, that's why he got me sober. She said, that's why he got you sober. He got me sober because he couldn't change what he already wrote. All he could do was make it better. And I remember with Jess when we found out we were in New Orleans, and I went back to the room and I cried. And I was mad at him. I was mad. I said, because my senior year, I didn't have my mama, man. Why the second time? Biz, bro, it's biz. And he said, son, I can't change what I've already written, but what I can do is make it better. And I could give him what you didn't have, and that's you. So that's why I pulled you out of the fire, February 8th. I pulled you out that way you had enough time to be a father. To learn to live sober, to get the relationship back, to get everything in place before I called her home. So I gave you everything that he didn't have. Whew, shit. And Jess is sitting right beside me now. I said, okay, all right, okay, what can I say? So I just been, doing the best I can. Coming to Texas with my son, man. He said he can't remember the last time he opened a Christmas present, man. So he just lost his mom recently, and I don't want to sound fucked up, but he's got me, man, and I'm sober. I'm fucking sober. You know what I'm saying? And that man, February 8th, is the reason why he pulled me out. I've been pulling all these other people out, but the real reason is for my son, because he knew he was calling home. Man. Yeah. So
it's a blessing, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, same sober. He and I. And so what better person, right? Because nobody can tell that young man how he feels other than the addict. I lost my mom at the same time, son. I know. You know what I'm saying? And there's to have someone that can understand him and be his father. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, rock star. So, sobriety, man, it's here with me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. But you said it, man. God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Your son, how's he enjoying Texas, man?
Loving it.
How's he doing?
All I've been doing is kind of monitoring him, man. I know how he moves and I know how he works. I just been watching him. You know what I'm saying? It's been a little bit of a roll of the dice, right? Because he's 2 hours away in the house that he grew up in with his mom. He's there by himself. He has his aunt and he has his girlfriend that's always there. And I didn't want to pull him, man, from high school. I wanted him to graduate with his friends. So we just made a little deal. I said, listen, man, I'm going to let you stay. I'll be home every other weekend. But if Dad gets a nudge, I get a feeling, you start kind of teetering off or what have you, I'm coming to get you. Rewind. I said yeah, I'm coming to get you. But the same way that I trusted you before I come get you, if things were to go south, the same way I trusted you prior to me coming getting you. I need you to trust me when I say, son, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And he said, I'll give you that. So we just have this, and so far, man, his grades have been straight A's.
Just hearing him talk and just like, you get it seems like he got a good head on his shoulders. Yeah.
His mom did the damn thing with him.
Yeah.
Did the damn thing with him. She did outstanding with my son. Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't miss your son in a room. But that motherfucker stand out.
Holy yeah, dude. Yeah. But like 6, he's right at 6. He's at 6'4" now, about 275.
Yeah.
Yeah. In high school.
Hey, but hey, that 275 is fucking that boy
spread out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's strong as shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude's strong, but just a gentle giant, man. Just a gentle giant, bro. Got him in therapy though. We did.
Good.
Like, it's crazy because going back about a month before she got sick, we found out she got sick. I'm at work and we're talking on the phone. And my son is very well aware of my mental PTSD and stuff like that, right? I've been very transparent with him and my addiction. He knows. So we're on the phone one day and he said, I brought up my mental health and stuff and me going to, stuff like that. He said, Dad, what is therapy and what will it make you do? And he caught me off guard. And I said, it'll make you cry. He said, really? I said, yes, sir. It'll make you cry. And we just kind of left it at that. No, we didn't. I said, for you to ask that, I said, is that something that you would maybe be interested in or something? He said, yeah, I'll give it a try. So at that point, I talked to his mom about getting him into therapy, right? Yeah. Because I thought that was a filler. You know what I'm saying? So, so we already had the therapy ball rolling prior to us even knowing that she was sick. A therapist that his mom knew, grew up with, or what have you, grabbed him she got about 3 or 4 sessions in with him before she passed. And I never really asked him. Whatever his therapy sessions were, I didn't want to pry into that.
Right.
So I would say, so how was your session today? You know what I'm saying? He set his alarms to go. He never missed a beat. I said, so how was your sessions and stuff? And he said, that was good. It was good. About the 4th or 5th one, I said, how was therapy? He kind of paused and he said, it made me cry. I said, that's how you know it's working, man. That's how you know it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever happened in that room, you were able to speak it out of you. You know what I'm saying? And those tears, it's a beautiful thing. I said, Dad, when Dad was in therapy, Benning, it was a guy telling the story and he started crying. But the first thing somebody did was grab the box of tissue. And the therapist said, put it back. Put the tissue back. We're all looking like, She said, each one of those tears is a memory and a story. And we become so conditioned to wiping it away.
Yeah.
Right. Let him fall. Bro, when she said let him fall, you thought he was crying then. Waterfall. And it was just, you could just see the feeling coming out of his eyes. And so that's what I told. That's like the symbolic thing of the when I said it'll make you cry. Because that's how you know it's working. So but he's and I talk to my wife all the time, do you see anything? Because as a father, right? Well, she's mom too, but as a father, we kind of oversee, like, oh, he's fine.
Yeah.
So I always ask my wife, baby, you see anything? She said no. She hasn't caught any red flags with him. I haven't. He's moving in with us as soon as he graduates. He's already registered himself into UAH, University of Alabama, but it's just in Huntsville, under the cybersecurity program. Jess has got him linked up with her company's owner and CEO. He heard the story of his mom. And so once Jess told him the story of his mother and what his
profession was, because she works hand in hand with cybersecurity. He said, well, when that young man enrolls, you let me know and I'll have him intern with me while he's in school.
Shit.
What?
Magic, man.
Magic.
God's plan.
And that's all through sobriety.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, I'm just flowing, man. You know, when I called my dad, I told him about my sobriety, and he said, son, he's been wanting to get you sober, but he couldn't. And I think you mentioned something about that earlier. And I said, well, why? And he said, because you had something in both your hands. How does a man give another man something and he's already holding something? You had to let go. He just been waiting for you to let go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He been waiting for you to let go of the hurt, the forgiveness, the bag that's on your back that you never were meant to carry, you know, the alcohol, the drug, right? All that was in your hand. And he said, and if he would have blessed you holding that, it would have killed you.
Yeah.
So he couldn't give it to you. That's why he worked so fast with you, right? Me and you, with our blessing. Once we got sober, because that shit was piling up.
Hell.
It was piling up, man. We just didn't know it because he couldn't give it to him.
Right.
We would have tore it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tore it up.
100%. Quick. Yeah. 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 Man. So what you doing now?
As we all know, Boeing has airplanes falling out of the damn skies. He's whatever propelled. I think we just lost a plane in Japan today. 180 passengers.
God dang.
Yeah, on a Boeing 737. All right, so we're, you know, everyone knows Boeing's just really not doing good, and you know, but the strike up in Washington. You know what happens after a strike, and they come to a deal. It was a big deal, right? They gotta shave the fat, right? I thought I was good because I was on the missile side. Well, I got the axe. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I held my head up. And I called my wife, man, my best friend, bro. She's a rock star, bro. You know, and I say, babe, I said, well. She said, no. I said, yeah. I said, they got me. She said, well, what's for dinner? Just like that. We went and ate Vietnamese Thai food that night and came up with a plan. We had already been talking about us owning our own company, me being, I love driving big equipment, triaxle dump trucks, cement trucks, semis. I've done all those in the past. And I've just always wanted to own my own. We've been talking about that for years. And I believe that God closed that door in order for me to open a new one, right? So I spoke it into truth long enough, but I didn't take the step to do it, right? I'm making 6 figures, right? Who walks away from 6 figures,
Not
right?
too many people.
Not too many people. So he just kind of gave me a look.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
Yeah.
So within a week of me getting laid off, man, I had my own truck, locals on the side, DOT, MC. And the day after I got the truck, slow time in the wintertime, man, for a dump truck is hard, man. The guy I bought the truck from, super nice guy. He called me about 30 minutes after we locked the deal in. He said, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I said, I ain't got nothing to do, man. I ain't got no work. He said, no, you do. So I'm gonna plug you up. Put me on the sand run, man, making really, really good money.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I own my own trucking company now, man.
What's it called?
10-man trucking.
Yeah.
And got the little logo at the top, veteran owned and operated.
Based out of where?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. How does it feel?
Man, it feels good. It feels good to turn the key to something that's yours. Not only is it yours, it's I'm in control of my destiny. And one thing that I've always said, man, and it's a little harsh, you know what I mean, because the average person is working for someone. If you don't build your dreams, someone will hire you to build theirs.
Man, it's 100%.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. It is the truth.
If you don't have the courage and the faith to jump out there and do what you've always wanted to do, right? Someone will hire you.
Yeah, man.
The person that did jump will hire you to build it.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
And I don't think they're saying anything bad, but it's always reigned with me. It's always stuck with me. You know, I post motivational quotes every morning on Facebook, and that's one of the ones that I kind of just hits me more than normal. And so now I'm walking in that. I'm walking in building my dream. And my goal is to continue to preach the word, tell the word, you know what I'm saying, my story. And hopefully one day, man, be able to buy another truck, and be able to say that me and my wife are providing for a family, not building my dream, but providing for a family, right? Me coming out of sobriety, fast forward 5 years, now I'm able to help a family.
Yeah.
And we want to do it, you know, like trucking is a thankless job. It's one of those, it's just not, it's thankless, like a 42 hour for HR, you know, that's one. We're only important until your leave gets screwed up or your pay screwed up. That's when the S1 guy's good.
I got truckers, farmers. I think that's a profession that ain't going nowhere.
It ain't.
Yeah. It's always going to be there, and it's always going to be an essential.
Yeah.
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 So, I mean, damn. That's exciting, bro.
Yeah.
I would, I hate driving. Bro, I fucking fall asleep driving from here to the gas station. You know what I mean? Yeah, but man, that's amazing though.
Yeah.
A lot of people love it. And yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Me and my wife talk about that all the time, man. And it's people hear about the money that you make, and you make a lot. Good. Especially when you own it. But there's so much that comes with it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to the CB hanging in the this weird shit that I love about that truck that the average person would look at and be like,
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just being in it, loaded and coming off of a mountain on a Jake brake. I just bought some straight pipes the other day for you guys that's out there that know what I'm talking about. It's just the sound of the turbo. It's just fucking music, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't cut the radio on in that truck since I bought it.
No shit.
Because I listen to the motor and I listen to the turbo.
Yeah.
That's my music.
Damn, that's what's up.
That's my music.
You found it. You found what you were looking for. You found what you needed.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited to see what next year holds for you. The year after that, man, now you got a friend and a fan, bro. So yeah. I'm following.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? So keep sharing the message and keep growing, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate you coming on the show, man. I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your message. Hey, man, if anybody's following right now that wants to reach out to you, how do they do that?
You got me on the spot there. Email address, maybe.
Yeah.
First name Jonathan, JOHN, not JON, JOHNATHAN. Last name Tenor, T as in Tom, INNER @yahoo.com. Phone numbers, no.
If that you decide on that. Yeah, I get some funny calls, man.
Yeah.
I had to talk about that. Yeah. No, but man,
how big are your feet?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
God.
Yeah. Fucking vets, bro. That's all I gotta say is fucking vets.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Or if you know this guy, reach out to him if you didn't get the email or what have you. Yeah, just that he's, like you said, that's family, man.
Yeah, so, man. Always, man. It's been a pleasure and it's an honor, bro.
Thanks.
Thank you for tuning in. You guys, if you like, share, subscribe, be sure to, man, follow, man. Share the message as always. Reach out to family and friends. It's the holiday season. If you're in a crisis, dial 988. You can also text 988. If you're a veteran, press 1. Check on your friends and family. We love you guys. As always, Charlie Mike. Bro.
Like it.
Man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
How'd I do?
Man, you did fucking amazing, dude.
You think so?
Yeah, you know we talked for almost 2 hours.
This episode of Charlie Mike the Podcast is brought to you by Charlie Mike Military Apparel. Make sure you check them out at charliemikemilitaryapparel.com and use promo code Charlie Mike for free shipping.